They tried to erase my name, silence me, my creation stolen. The ones who tried to hijack RTR, the traitors. I have a new name, P1R, Project 1 Racing. If you come fourth, it's P4R. What a par. Biased by GT7 organisers. RTR's name has been tarnished, so they ran like Forrest Gump. A public bust-up, keyboard warriors clacking away, throwing shade, rebranded to Project 1 Racing. They didn't just betray me, they betrayed RTR, used it. Now they don't even want my name. Couldn't handle the fire, so they built a new home on burnt foundations. They swipe my drivers like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. Except this trick left me with an empty hat and a whole bunch of bunnies missing. They didn't just copy my homework, they stole my pencil, took my chair, and they even went to parents' evening impersonating me. You can start over P1R, rebrand, rename, make a fancy new logo, but snakes in a new skin are still snakes. I sleep easy now, no snakes in my garden, no muted in a chat, no one plotting like it's a Game of Thrones. You betray one man, you can betray the next. I wish you luck, P1R, your house is infested, it's full of snakes and it's full of rats. Antivist, Archivert GT, you're still Tom Fear and you're still Chris. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and let's go check out some bloody racing from last week. Daily Race B, Watkins Glen, carnage, overtakes, and lots of fucking mayhem. Welcome back, people. We are going to check out some highlights from this week's Daily Race B, Watkins Glen. I've done a lot of racing there. We're going to start off at a bus stop. It is 5 laps at Watkins Glen, racing medium tyres. As you can see, just squeezed past Ben and jump into 4th place. Following Jacko into the bus stop, and lots of cars ahead, top split lobby, lots of fast drivers ahead. See a little gap and we make our move back into the slipstream of RTR Stokey Men, and off we go into the sweeping left corner, applying that pressure and shutting the door on Jacko so he can't make a move, and on we go into P6, just setting off these 4 guys ahead of me and going into the bus stop. There was always gonna be something that was gonna happen. Someone goes out wide, I take the inside line of Marino and make a lovely move. Off we go. And we just hang out on the outside, and I thought, you know what, he's just going to get his position back, and then I get back on the power, get the grip, and I'm like, I'm still here, I've got the inside line for the next corner. So we hug the apex, got my car right in front, and Jacko follows us through. Up we go into P3, and it's a battle for P4. Let's go. Just cruising along, and this chap Alex just pulls up next to me, and I'm like, I don't want no trouble, bruv. You go. Bus stop's all yours. Catch the bus, son. Anyway, flashes the hazards just to say thank you, and we pick up a penny. The BMW is undoubtedly the best car for time trial, but Dan FN, I've raced it quite a lot this week. He has proven that the GTR has got what it takes to dance with the M6. Shouts out to Dan. Anyhow, following this guy, and decides he doesn't want to race anymore. Into the barrier he goes. I do think if you hit that barrier on the right hand side, you should go straight away, and I'll show you why later on. Just cruising through the bus stop like a normal person, and someone doesn't want to race anymore. Off they go into, I don't know where they're going. Left. We're going right. Anyhow, it is later on, and this is the later on where I think cars should ghost. This guy Kiko gets a funny bounce, off he goes to the right, bounces off the wall, straight into the side of my car, and that was the end of my race. He did apologise, so shouts out to Kiko. Accidents happen, mate. Talking of accidents, and well, the car hits me, and like I say, I think cars should ghost as soon as they hit that barrier. It completely slows me down, and I lose 3 places. Racing Marino quite a lot this week, and Panchetto, it just seems to be scuffing a bit, having a little bit of a archy-bargy, elbows out. I take full advantage of the bus stop, and I slow down a little bit here just to give Marino some breathing space. Shouts out to Stokey Ben, who's won about 1,000 races here this week, and we've had a lot of P1s and P2s, even though he's left me. Shouts out to Ben. Anyway, jumping into the back sector, this guy Gigi just give me a bit of trouble, went a bit defensive, and I do a little bit of a cutback. Get a nice run out of the hill elevation, going up the hill, and we just get round the outside, making sure that we got the next apex, and we hold him off down into first as an emergency, get our rotation straight into third, get straight across his car, hold the other apex inside corner, and off we go into P5, holding the P5. Some excellent racing from Gigi, nice clean racing, just what we like. Anyway, we're behind this chap Carano, and he's got a penalty, and I don't really want to sit behind someone who's got a penalty. I want to get past him as soon as possible. We make a move down in the bottom of this hill. I see the gap right there. Hold the apex into third gear, make sure I don't spin those rear wheels. He actually gets a better run out of the hill, and unfortunately he gets a penalty. Off we go. Sometimes racing's just mad and anything can happen. As you can see, Byron, he uses my car to go around the corner, and Dan pulls out, going on the outside, decides to do a switcheroo, which does a lovely job. Stokey Ben's got a penalty, it's just all kicking off, everything's going on. Anyhow, we're in another race, and God knows what we're doing down here, but we're under pressure, and this chap just gets all out of control. And lovely reflexes from myself, I must say, reflexes of my 16-year-old self coming back to play. Just coming out of the bus stop, and we've got a run on these two. One of them's got a penalty, and I thought I'm going to follow this guy on the outside. I know there's lots of grip round here, and I did not expect this to happen. I got the accelerator a lot earlier than Haig, and he's got a penalty anyway, so we hold the apex, get the inside line, get into that third gear so we don't spin out those rear wheels. Almost do, go into a drift, and he's got his penalty. Off we go, P6. Once again, racing Mourinho. He's a tough driver, very good driver, clean, fair, but very quick. I thought I could make this same move on the outside, but I just couldn't do it. He kind of shuts the door slightly on me, and then I've got Mr. Campo pulling up on the inside. I'm like, oh boy, I'm just getting my trousers pulled down, bent over, and made by Project 1 Racing, whatever you call them. Like I said, Stokey Ben has won a lot of races this week. He has had me on the ropes, but here we are, a rare footage of me overtaking Ben cleanly, fairly, competitively, and going for the podium is what we got in the end. Shouts out to Stokey Ben. Some fantastic racing this week. I'll see you soon on track in a daily race. Would you believe it? Anyhow, following Marino, and he's got a penalty. I thought I want to go on the inside. He goes defensive. I'm like, well, up to you, mate. I'll take the outside line. That means, you know what that means. Get on the power as soon as you can. And we're going to have the apex for the next corner, and we get ahead. Off we go into P3, just defending that last couple of corners. Off we go. And here we are, pulling up behind Racing Leon. He is a very good driver, and we retain P3, just showing him how to defend the corners, the apexes, how you don't want to give away P3 on the last lap, in the last sector, under pressure. It's not what you want to do, but we take full advantage. And off we go, P3. He did actually get ahead of us through us getting a penalty, which this track is well known for getting penalties, so if we are racing here today or in the future, just make sure you don't get a penalty and you should be good. We also had some action from the first corner. As you can see, we're in 8th place. Lots of top boys turned up in this race. I think it was the beginning of the week, and we had it set a fantastic time. I just get this corner all wrong, just go out a bit wide, pick up a bit of dirt. There's not much traction on the outside there. As you can see, Dan FN pulls up on my left hand side, bump jars and slipstreams the Italian, and off they go ahead into the bus stop. And I'm like, you know what, lads, enjoy your race, I'll just follow you. And then almost go to a massive spin, big drift, and I was just happy not to have a heart attack. So off we go. Follow down that fin. Into another race, and follow Stokey Ben. This was his only weakness of the week. Bouncing off that wall and sitting behind him all week. I thought, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity to get my podium, and I just squeeze him out of T1, take full advantage. Off we go into P3. See you later, Ben. The one mistake I make all week. Shouts out to Too Slow For You. I am sorry for this, brother. You did go about 20 miles an hour too slow. And T1, and this is what happens, unfortunately. But like, man, we talked it out, and I said sorry, and we moved on. That's it for me. I hope you liked the video. Enjoy it. Slap the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you soon.